Hi, this is Tim Roberts from Ivy Tech Automotive, and we're here for another Ivy Tech tip. Well, today we're going to talk about tires because so much is riding on them. Your family's safety depends upon your tire, and other people's safety also depend on your tires. So it's important that you keep your tread, that you make sure that your tread is not worn out and that it safely functions on the road surface. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the air inflation inside the tire. There can be compressed air inside the tire, or there can be a nitrogen tire, which will be indicated by a green valve stem cap. This one happens to be air inflation. It can be checked with using a tire inflation checking tool. It has a gauge on the end here, and you want to read this cold. You want to check your tire pressure cold, and you're going to reference the door placard on the driver's side door jamb. You open it up and it will give you the information, the OEM specific information on the tire size and the inflation pressure that your tire should be operating at. And in the case of this tire right here, there is some information on the outside the sidewall that would be pertinent for the customer to know. If you look right here, this outside indicates that this is a directional rotation tire. There may also on some tires be an arrow that points the direction of the rotation, meaning that if you rotate these tires, they have to go from the front to the back on the same side of the vehicle. There's no X rotation of the tire allowed. Now on tires that are not directional, it's okay to cross-rotate them from side to side, from front to back. In other words, you can take the left front tire and put it on the right rear, and the left rear tire and put it on the right front. This should be done every 6,000 miles to ensure that you're getting an even wear pattern across the tire surface. Now, if you notice that if the tires begin to seem a little loud, or look at your tires and you can tell that the pattern looks a little up and down, like a choppy pattern to it, we sometimes call them a squared pattern. This can be an indication of possible failure of the shocks or struts on the vehicle, or an alignment issue. Typically, if you have a four-wheel alignment issue, you're going to see a diagonal striping across the tire that will be present. This means that you need to have your suspension checked for worn components and possible four-wheel alignment. These tires are also, since about 1998, they have been equipping vehicles with tire pressure sensors to help drivers realize when their tires get low. So if that tire light comes on, first you should check the tire pressure and try to correct it. If that light stays on and will not go off, you will have to take it to a service professional, and they will read each sensor out to determine which one has the fault, and then it can be corrected. As far as buying tires are concerned, you should always do replacement tires. Should be of the same size, and it needs to be equal load rating that the original equipment tire was on the car. Other than that, that's the Ivy Tech tip of the week. Always torque your rims.